Introduction to the history of weed. Definition and properties of the cannabis plant. Ancient uses of cannabis for agricultural, medicinal, and spiritual purposes. Done. Evidence of cannabis seeds as food and hemp for oil and textiles. Cannabis importance in ancient cultures and the challenge of tracing its origins. Scientific efforts to understand human influence on cannabis evolution. Emperor Shen Nung and the discovery of cannabis sativa benefits in China. Shen Nung, the father of Chinese medicine, and his advocacy for cannabis use. Cannabis spread via the Silk Road and its journey to Europe. Archaeological discovery of cannabis use in the Pamir Mountains, Jerzankal Cemetery. Wooden burners and the theory of smoldering cannabis seeds for psychoactive experiences. Smoking cannabis during funerals and communicating with spirits. High THC levels in ancient cannabis specimens. Greek historian Herodotus and the Scythians using cannabis in saunas. Cannabis as an integral part of ceremonies, rituals, traditions, and festivals. Nizari Ismaili, assassins, using cannabis to calm themselves before missions. Hindus in India, Nepal, and Bhutan enjoying thandai spiked with pot. Hemp use in ships for rigging, sails, and ropes, aiding cannabis spread. Cannabis reaching the New World with white settlers in the 16th century. George Washington and his hemp farm at Mount Vernon. Dr. William Brooke O'Shaughnessy and his research on cannabis medicinal properties in India. Discovery of cannabis indica, ganja, and its effects. Cannabis listed in the U.S. Pharmacopoeia from 1854 until 1941 as an over-the-counter remedy. Swazi Army and Zulus using cannabis to enhance aggression and stave off fatigue in battle. Early bans on cannabis use by the Emir of Jonaima, 1378, and Napoleon Bonaparte. Cannabis outlawed in various British colonies and countries like Greece, Singapore, Morocco, and the Ottoman Empire. The Harrison Narcotics Tax Act of 1914, the first significant blow to cannabis acceptance in the U.S. Prohibition of alcohol, Volstead Act, 1919, and its impact on crime rates. Reefer Madness propaganda film, 1936, and its negative portrayal of cannabis. Harry Anslinger's article, Marijuana, Assassin of Youth, and the Spread of Misinformation. Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 imposing annual taxes on cannabis, leading to decline in recreational use. U.S. Pharmacopoeia removing cannabis in 1942, equating it with crime and criminals. Raphael Mechoulam isolating THC in 1964, enabling separate research on CBD and THC. The 1960s counterculture, Vietnam War, and renewed appreciation for cannabis. President Richard Nixon's paranoia about weed and the launch of the War on Drugs in 1971. Controlled Substances Act, 1970, classifying cannabis as a Schedule I narcotic. Formation of the DEA, 1973, and increased efforts to combat illegal substance trade. Ronald Reagan's administration doubling down on criminalizing cannabis, Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1986. Nancy Reagan's Just Say No campaign and its impact on drug awareness. DARE program, 1983, and its cartoonish PSAs against drugs. The This Is Your Brain on Drugs, PSA, 1987, and its lasting impact. Medical cannabis access laws in the 1990s, with California legalizing it in 1996. Netherlands legalizing medical weed, 2003, and Canada following in 2001. Other countries legalizing medical cannabis in the following 12 years. Cultural impact of cannabis in movies, from Easy Rider to stoner comedies. Weed regaining social acceptance through music, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg launching his own cannabis brand, Leafs by Snoop, 2015. Colorado and Washington legalizing recreational weed in 2012. Uruguay becoming the first country to fully legalize weed in 2013. Other countries legalizing recreational cannabis. U.S. government promising pardons for cannabis possession offenses, 2022. Cannabis advocates facing resistance but the 2020s proving to be a dankest decade.